Hi, good morning everyone. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. I would like to introduce you to Wearn. Matty, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. It's a bit warm today, but right. Enjoying that.
You know that in Poland yesterday on our power walk it was snowing. It was minus, I think, 2 degrees, and Wojtek was in a hat, in a big winter jacket. But he was still walking 6:15 every day.
Perfect.
That's what we do.
Bit of a contrast here, but no, that sounds great.
I know. We are down under in Australia, and Matty Wearn is a sailor, great athlete, current Olympic champion, and not only won Olympic gold once, but twice. So Paris was like 4 months ago?
Yeah, 4 months ago now. So I guess the beginning of August. So
exactly. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's great. And the thing what we are going to talk about is how to win Olympic gold twice. But there is many more to talk about. But before we will go into the subject, I would like to ask you about your habits. Actually, 2 habits.
Yep.
The first one, which you like, which you have, and which helps you in your life. What is it?
Yeah, I think something I'm very strong about is attention to detail. Something that's helped me a lot in my campaign, but also just in life in general. That I'm not sort of one of these people that like to just, if I'm doing something, I'll do it well. I want to do it as good as I possibly can. I guess that's probably the best way to describe it. But obviously in the campaign world, that making sure that I'm dotting the I's and crossing the T's, so to speak, that nothing's left undone.
Oh my God, this Australian English is a little bit different than our English. What did you say?
When you're writing, like you're dotting the I's and crossing all the T's.
Like
the letter T's. And
I's and T's.
Exactly,
right. So they look solid and good.
Exactly. So
this is how you say in Australia?
Yeah, it's a bit of a term, I guess. In Australia, obviously we have lots of language that's very slang and meanings for things that, as you're probably finding out.
I like it actually. You know, every morning when we say it's like a good day, not good morning and so on, but you say good day.
Very informal. We just like it to be chill and not very serious.
That's pretty good. Nice. All right, so focus on details, and this is your strong habit. And what is the habit which you wish to have? It's on your wish list, which would be really useful for you.
I think it's sort of some sense the same habit, but it's slightly different in the different terms. That I wish that I could let go of things quite easily. I wish that I could be a bit more easygoing at times, and this habit of being very precise and this attention to detail, can sometimes be all-consuming, I guess. And I think that if there's moments where I can be a little bit more relaxed and don't take things so seriously within the outside world, I might be a little bit happier at times than worrying about what other people are doing or what I'm doing, or
I get it.
Something like that.
I get it. I've got the same. Do you have an idea how to bring this, build this habit in your life?
I think I've tried it in the past, but I think I just need to be a bit more aware of it and just say it's okay at times. I think, but there's more practice. We
can turn left here. Actually, walking left side, not right side. It's completely different than in Poland. We have to drive the car on the opposite side. I nearly crashed with someone this morning. Anyway, but where we are now, we are in one of the parks. You can see around, beautiful. We are here because we were invited by legendary, great John Bertrand from Australia. Actually, you know John Bertrand because he was my guest on the Power Walk, like you are today, in August. John and Rasa, his wife, visited us, and I invited him for Power Walk. And what we are doing here together, we are sailing together. This is amazing, actually. John, you know, a little bit older than us, but in a great shape. Olympic medalist from 1976, yes, Olympics.
I believe so,
Yeah, then America's Cup winner, and then I had my time, and now it's your time on winning. So, and it's not easy, I'll tell you. Actually, we enjoy a lot sailing together, do you?
Yeah, definitely. It's been great. Yeah, like you say, it's our first time, and yeah, we only met each other 4 or 5 days ago now, and we're improving every day. But yeah, it's been great. I think as a team, we've come together really well, and yeah, I think we have great promise for the Worlds.
There is a lot of potential in us. That's what we are always repeating. But I must say that 3 personalities, champions, when they meet together, it's not easy. My God, but we'll tell you later about this. Let's talk about Olympic Games. One more thing, where we are. So we are in the center of Melbourne. The downtown is somewhere over there, but maybe you watched Formula One in Melbourne. Actually, it's nearby.
Yeah, less than a kilometre. Yeah.
Less than a kilometre from us. And Iga Świątek, our great tennis player, she's coming to Melbourne every January to play in Albert Park, which is 2 kilometers from here, just behind us. So for you to know, this is very popular and very crowded sometimes places in Melbourne.
Yeah, well, we love our sport. I think Australia in a whole, but Melbourne especially, it's a bit of the sports capital of Australia, and yeah, we're very lucky to have all these things very close by.
Where is your hometown?
Originally from Perth, so from the west coast of Australia. So yeah, a bit far from here, but spend a lot of time in Melbourne.
So popular cities in Australia are obviously Canberra, which is your capital. It's not Sydney, it's not Melbourne, it's not Perth, but Canberra. It's on the way from Sydney to here, yeah?
Yeah, a bit more inland as well. Most of our cities are around the coast of Australia, our major cities. But yeah, the Australian Capital Territory, the state that it's in, Canberra, it's where our parliament is, and yeah, the capital city of Australia. But yeah, a bit more inland.
Sydney, obviously, beautiful city. Brisbane, which is going to be a host of the 2032 Olympics.
Yeah, that's right.
On the Gold Coast. And then Melbourne and Perth. Which is far away, 3 hours flight from here, isn't it?
3-4 hours between which way you go. So it's a long way, but yeah, obviously you grow up getting to know these distances, and it's just the same for us. So it's not too bad.
Easy for you. It's like for us flying to Portugal.
Yes, exactly.
You fly over 5 different countries, and you are still in the same. Anyway, great success for you in Paris and Tokyo. I would like to ask you about the way you made it. What do you think was the biggest strength, not only yours, but the whole Australian team? Because it's not only you winning 2 golds on the 2 previous Olympic Games, but in Rio in 2016 and in London, which was 12 years ago. Your mates from Australia also won the gold. How do you do that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to Michael Blackburn, who won bronze in Sydney 2000.
I remember, I was there.
In the laser class. He had this idea of bringing a squad together, creating an environment where sailors can really build on each other, and obviously ultimately the Olympic Games only one person can go, but the idea would be that whoever goes to the Olympics for Australia would have their best chance of winning a gold medal. So he created this environment. I think it was just after Beijing in 2008 when he retired from Olympic sailing himself, and started coaching.
And he became a coach.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, and he brought in sort of the 5 best sailors at that time, and that plan has just been continuing since then. So
how does it work?
Yeah, so I guess everyone has the same opportunities as far as who can go to the Olympics. There's obviously selection and everything that happens in that, but once that selection is made,
and the person is selected to go to represent Australia to the Olympic Games, then
it becomes the job of the other 4 people to do all they can to try and support that person, push them as hard as they can out in the water.
Right.
This environment where everyone's trying to beat each other ultimately, creates the best performance for everyone. So, and for the person going to the Olympics. So, Tom Slingsby was the beginning of that. He was obviously multiple world champion already, and Tom Burton was that next person in line, so to speak. And then I came in, and obviously there's been other people in that squad in between, but I came into the squad, and I helped Tom leading into Rio. and then yeah, ultimately got my selection for Tokyo, and younger people have continued, and Tom was a big part of that journey as well.
And Tom didn't give up after Rio. He was still wanted to go for another cup. So there was a rivalry, but I understand with the full respect and also the good values and controlled.
Yeah.
And when you won the trials, you were qualified. Was everyone supporting you the same way as you did before?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, we also for Tokyo had the unideal situation with the pandemic. So a lot of the younger sailors decided to come over to Sydney, even though some of the states were shut down. So they sacrificed a lot with not being home and things like that. So yeah, very rare situation. But Tom especially, we were in a position where he could have quite easily have stopped sailing, but he still came and joined a few of our camps to help push me, because the younger sailors probably weren't quite at the level yet. And he obviously has great experience. In his Olympics in Rio, he match raced Tonchi to win the gold medal, and that's invaluable. So to be able to use him for that was really special, and something that helped me, even though in Tokyo I didn't get to use it, but certainly knowing that I had that skill there because I had learnt it with Tom was really powerful.
I like what you said, and I think this is something for us to take out of. That's what Mari is saying, that he didn't have to help you anymore, spend time and support you, but he did. And I think he has this kind of, I can only imagine, satisfaction, and that he is part of your also gold medal, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're all part of it. All the guys that were part of the squad at the time, there was 5 of us, and 2 younger ones coming in too. So there was 7 of us at the time, and they all had a great part to play in this Olympic gold medal. So
no one is disappearing after the selection.
Certainly, yeah. I think that's probably the strongest thing about the way that the Australian sailing team and the Australian ILCA squad works together now, which is pretty special.
Right. Yeah, I like that's what you said. And actually, I knew about it because I read about it, but I wanted you to tell it to everyone on our work, because I think this is very inspirational, not only for the athletes, for the sportsmen, because I don't know how many of you are one of them, but in business, in life, and so on. You think we can turn right here?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Good, beautiful, great. Actually, I've seen that you have a couple of tattoos on your arm. It's the Olympic sign.
Yeah, and then this one as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I wanted to ask you about this one, 17/28.
Yeah.
Can you say what does it mean to you, and why did you make this tattoo?
Yeah, I guess for those that aren't aware, that in Tokyo at the Olympics, my first 2 races were not ideal, and those race results were 17 and a 28. And
17 and 28. Just imagine, there were in total 10 races, yes?
Yeah, 10 races.
But your beginning was a disaster.
Exactly.
It was catastrophic. You were going into as a hot favorite to win the gold, and then you were, 5 boats behind you after the first day?
Something like that, yeah.
Shocker. Yeah. And then?
Yeah, so obviously, ultimately came back to win the gold medal in Tokyo with the race to spare, in fact. So it's just a little reminder to myself that, no matter what's happening in life, no matter how you begin, or you can turn it around and do something special. So it's pretty nice.
Wow. Can you imagine that? Do you hear that? Doesn't matter how it started, you can still deliver and win on the end. Amazing. What was the key to your success after such a poor beginning? What brought you, back into the game, and ultimately, finally, on the end, you deliver, you won?
Yeah, obviously, in a position like that, you start to doubt performance. One of them was a breakage with equipment, so it was a little bit different. But you have this experience that, well, in my case, I had waited 5 years in that quad, and
wait a moment. I see some people playing something. What kind of game is it?
It's a good question. Might be Australian rules football.
Can we go closer and
of course.
have a look? Oh, you will see something what is
it might be touch rugby, I think.
Touch rugby.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's completely different here. It's beautiful. All right, please continue.
Yeah, so, yeah, where was I? Yeah, so I guess the idea was just to, obviously, yeah, Michael, my coach at the time, we were very process-driven in the way that we worked and worked together. So I guess we fell back on that a lot. We understood that if we just kept doing what we knew we could do well, then we'd have a chance. And there was this side of it that Black has just said to me, okay, Matt, you now just have to execute with accuracy. We cannot afford to have a bad race. We can't afford to have a bad upwind. So just go and execute the best you possibly can. And yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah.
Easy to say,
Yes.
hard to deliver, to do that.
Yeah.
How did you practice this before? Did you been in this kind of situation before?
Not this specifically, I guess, but yeah, we in some sense, put ourselves in positions in training regattas and things where we'll go, okay, now is a point where we've had a really bad first day, and then how will we go from here? So we had some practice, but yeah, it's never like the real thing, right?
All right.
Yeah.
We can pause here and show you how fast they are running. This must be a rugby, huh?
Yeah, touch rugby, I think.
Touch rugby.
It's quite popular.
And probably there is a hospital just on the other side of the road, and the helicopter is just taking off. So you've got a lot of
things happening.
Things happening on our power walk. Good. Let me introduce to Doris. Hey, Doris. How are you? It's a pretty hot day, huh? Doris is Rasa's and John dog, and we are taking her on the walk, to the power walk, actually.
Yeah.
Right. So, obviously, the first two races were a shocker, and then you focus on the process.
Yes.
Which, I also confirm. I believe that it's very strong weapon you can use. But what's happening when these thoughts are coming? Oh my God, what will happen if I will not, sail well in this race and so on? Like, poor minds. What's happening in your hands?
I remember the experience from Tokyo that I never really thought about these things. That I think for such a long time, the thought that the only going to the games to win a gold medal, that I sort of believed that nothing else would happen, that was the only possible outcome. So I guess in some sense I just believed in that some more. I remember actually sleeping really well during the event too, not worrying about the end result too much. And I think, just every day it was just a matter of turning up and giving it the best that I could. And was also very fortunate that the conditions sort of fell in my favour a little bit, with it being a little bit windier as the event went on, and I was very confident in those conditions as well. So I think it was just a matter of going out every day and doing all I could to possibly rescue a medal initially, and then when the opportunity came to win a gold medal, then it was just taking that opportunity as it came. All right.
Do you think the big part of it plays how well prepared you were for this Olympic Games?
Definitely. I had a lot of confidence that we, especially with the extra 12 months for the Olympics, that the things that we had worked on was really powerful for me. And the pre-training before the regatta itself, I was sailing really well, which also helped. That I was happy that I wasn't doing something wrong, so to speak. So it's just a matter of believing in that confidence and going and doing what I needed to do.
Beautiful. I love it. All right. Thanks, Mari, for this. I think it was very inspirational and great, actually, some tips you can give to every one of us, because sport is so close to life and so on. So many flies here.
It's more.
It's like doing this all the time.
It's pretty annoying. You get used to it.
Yeah, I know, but it's probably when I will be back tomorrow, coming back home, it's gonna be completely different. No flies, for sure. Yeah. Right. So I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Mari, for a great power walk.
Yeah.
I invite you for a power walk tomorrow, which is going to be Monday. Monday is going to be Joanna Flies. Joanna is the psychologist, and she is building a new habit and explaining how it goes, which is the cold baths.
Oh, okay.
Right, so she has a cold bath in her garden.
Yeah.
And she's doing it. Did
Great.
You try?
Yeah, I really love that. It was actually part of my training for the Olympics, is this sort of mindfulness, and which obviously help with dealing with pressure. So yeah, having something where I focus on breathing, which obviously being into the cold water immersion is quite powerful for that. So this whole Wim Hof technique and all this sort of thing, it helps with dealing with anxiety, and I think it's incredible.
So this was a part of your preparation for training.
Oh, and just on life in general, it's an ongoing thing. I think it helps you with everything, every aspect of enjoying life and being grateful for what you have, and as well. So cool. I think it's great.
Great, super. Maddie, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
And we say hi to you, all of you. Enjoy your day, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Cheers. Bye. Dzięki za wspólny spacer. Partnerem strategicznym PowerWalk jest platforma MultiLife od Benefit Systems. Masz pytanie? To zadaj je w komentarzu. To był PowerWalk, twój podcast w ruchu. Razem idziemy małymi krokami ku wielkim zmianom.